Hello everybody. So Snowflake came out with their earnings yesterday. It was Q2 earnings and they absolutely smashed it out of the park. I will be going over the earnings today. If you're asking me why I'm going over the Snowflake earnings, because some people in my immediate community and my Patreon community wanted me to start covering Snowflake and compare it to Palantir. That's okay. Everybody buys whatever they'd like. So I want to make my own personal community happy, and I will compare some Snowflake numbers. I will compare Snowflake financials and some Snowflake news to Palantir. I don't own any Snowflake. I have no intentions of buying Snowflake, and I actually have a bet with Chris Patel for $2,000 that Palantir will outperform Snowflake by the end of 2023, because unlike most people, I hold a sizable amount of Palantir shares. I don't just do it for the clout. I don't do it for the meme-like, cult-like clicks like a lot of YouTubers do when they cover a certain crypto or a certain stock. They all do it just for the clout. They don't really support the product. I bleed Palantir, and for my crypto channel, I bleed Algorand. I truly believe in my investments. My belief in Palantir didn't waver whatsoever. Good on Chris for winning so far. And it's so funny because some people from the Palantir community, and these are big people in the Palantir community, are literally cheering for Chris when he's outpacing me. And it's so funny because you have a financial YouTube channel and you're rooting for Chris as a Palantir holder. So I want to explain to you very, very simple. If I, a Palantir holder, have a bet with Chris, a Snowflake holder, and Chris is outpacing me, that means Palantir is doing bad. So by you rooting for Chris and Snowflake doing good, you are literally rooting not against me. I know you don't like me, that's fine. You are literally rooting against yourself as a Palantir holder, as a Palantir social influencer. It's crazy, it don't make sense, and it's all good. I'm not mad, I just wanted to bring that to people's attention. If you're a Palantir social influencer, you have to root for your home team. If you're not rooting for home team, there's a problem with you. I mean, mentally, there's a problem with you if you're not rooting for your own home team. So if you're a Palantir content creator and you are not rooting for me, a Palantir bull that holds hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Palantir, then what the heck are you doing being a Palantir content creator? Let's go over the earnings really fast. Snowflake reports financial results for Q2 of fiscal year 2023. Product revenue was $466.3 million in the second quarter, representing 83% year-over-year growth. If I'm not mistaken, Palantir is like 26% year-over-year growth, and Palantir reported like $473 million worth of growth. Remaining performance obligation of $2.7 billion, representing 78% year-over-year growth. So $2.7 billion, I believe last quarter they were at $2.6 billion, and the quarter before that, $2.6 billion. Palantir is at $2.4 billion off the top of my head. They were like 2.3 and 2.3 the Q4 and Q1. So Snowflake has more money, more performance obligations than Palantir. Both of them seem to be slowing down with the growth of this number. But yeah, Snowflake is doing it. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Snowflake has a total of 6,808 customers, while Palantir has like 200 customers or something. It's like a couple of hundred. I don't remember off the top of my head, but definitely there's a huge disparity. Net retention 171%, while Palantir's net retention was only 114%. 114% is good, 171% is absolutely absurdly good. Now, 171 is actually a little bit up from last quarter of 168, but Q4, they actually had even better than 171 at 178, while Palantir went from 146% to 126%, to 114% right now. So definitely that's not good. Now, 246 customers. So this is what Snowflake considers a big customer. They have 246 customers with a $1 million or more contract, while Palantir, their top 20 customers, have 46 million and up contracts. And I think this is the huge disparity over here. So Snowflake has a lot of quantity of clients. And I'm not going to say that the quality is bad exactly. It's not, but I'm going to say the quality of the amount is not as high as Palantir. But they make up for it in folds because they have so many more customers than Palantir does, right? So Snowflake is building from the ground up and expanding. So this is Snowflake right now, while Palantir is like this. Does that make sense? So Snowflake is an upside down pyramid, while Palantir is a pyramid. So Snowflake is trying to build up and expand its services and its reach to existing clients when they're going to start offering more thick, more complex solutions to their clients. While Palantir already has the best technology, they just have a very big issue getting that technology to more customers. So they actually have to dumb down their services while Snowflake has to up their services. I'm not going to hate on Snowflake because they actually have an advantage. It sounds counterintuitive and counterproductive, but it's easier to scale up than scale down, especially if you're only used to one type of scale. And this is this empire builder, enterprise builder of Palantir. And Snowflake, they use something called a data warehouse. Now, I'm not smart like CodeStrap. I'm not smart like all these analyst guys who actually do software engineering. But essentially, there's like a data lake and there's a data warehouse, and they both store data. A data lake is non-structured data, while a data warehouse is structured data. And then you take your data that's in the warehouse and then you analyze it from there. While Palantir allows you to do that as well, but you can analyze your data real time, right? You don't need to use a data warehouse with Palantir. And I believe that's the difference. Again, I'm not going to be naive and ignorant and say that I know that for a fact, but that's my interpretation of what's going on right now. So Snowflake is essentially like a data cloud service that works with all the cloud providers, Microsoft and Amazon and Google and IBM and all of them, right? While Palantir, they're trying to do edge AI. So instead of giving you, they also work with all those cloud providers, but instead of having to work with cloud, you have an ability to not use cloud with Palantir through their edge AI technology. And I truly do believe that Palantir is trying to build on that edge AI technology. So the edge AI removes the need for cloud services. It sounds really, really crazy. And before cloud, you weren't able to process tens and hundreds and thousands and millions of data points. Cloud is what allows you to process all of this data and bring us to the future. So cloud is really important. And Palantir right now is trying to take cloud to the next level of a different version of cloud that isn't cloud at all. They're trying to decentralize people from the usage of cloud, while Snowflake is trying to build on the centralization of usage of cloud. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but this is my understanding on it. So I'm going to give you my personal understanding. And this is their chart. So the product revenue, 466.3 million, net revenue retention, 171,000, total customers, 6,888, 1 million plus customers, 246, Forbes Global 2,000 customers, 510 of these customers. So they're kind of like boasting and bragging, like these are big name clients. These are big customers that have a lot of clout and they're with us. Snowflake marketplace listing, 1,539. Customer satisfaction, 100%. Net promoter score, 72. I don't really know what that is, guys, but they're boasting about it, which is really, really good. And I just want to zoom in on this. Snowflake Data Cloud, cloud native architecture, then 2014, cloud data warehouse, then 2019, cloud data platform, and 2020 and beyond, data cloud. And this is kind of what Snowflake is building. This is what they're trying to do. And man, they're literally knocking it out of the park. This is what their CEO had to say. During Q2 product revenue of 83%, year over year, our non-GAAP production gross margin exceeds 75% and will continue to generate non-GAAP operating income and free cash flow, said Frank Slootman, Chairman and CEO of Snowflake. Snowflake's next frontier of innovation is aimed at transforming how cloud applications are built, deployed, sold, and transacted. We look forward to executing against this growth opportunity. Guys, I just want to thank the sponsors of this video today. This video is sponsored by Webull. Get your link down below and get your free stocks. You don't need to use Webull, but if you want free stocks, if you want to trade after hours, if you would like to trade crypto besides for just stocks, get a lot of research, well, then Webull is for you. I personally do use Webull. I'm not just pushing them because I have an influencer link down below, but if you want to help the channel out and you want a platform and need a platform, then click the link down below. I get something, you get something, and we all benefit. Thank you. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Now, you can't really get a PE multiple because there's no profitability over here. So how do you do this? You're going to get this through sales multiple, price to sales multiple. And what does this mean? This essentially means how much you're paying for the stock. So you're paying a premium for Snowflake over the premium of Palantir. Why? Snowflake is perceived as a hyper growth company. But how much are you actually paying? So I checked TD and it says the price to sale right now, you're paying 36.42 for Snowflake, with the industry average being 15x. Palantir, same industry average being 15x, but you're only paying around a 10x price to sales multiple. Now this number does go up and down, but you get the gist of it. Snowflake essentially is 3.5 times more expensive than Palantir. You see, because they're both making approximately the same amount of money, right? Snowflake just came in at like 480 million and Palantir had like 470 million. But the market cap of Snowflake is over 60 billion, while the market cap of Palantir is under 20 billion. So the question is, do you believe from this point on that Snowflake could continue to grow and that Palantir will not grow? And if you believe that the premium is justified, then you invest in Snowflake. If you feel that Palantir is going after a completely different industry, which they overlap, right? Snowflake and Palantir, these are their industries. But there is a point that you're going to see something like this, right? And this is the overlapping right here. But in reality, it's two different things. Snowflake is going after a quantity of clients offering a certain service that can fix a certain issue and a certain problem. Palantir is going over non-quantity, but quality clients that once they go over to Palantir, they will stick with Palantir. Palantir does not offer solutions to a problem or a department. Palantir offers an enterprise solution. So while Snowflake is trying to fix your AI data analytics through the cloud, Palantir is coming out with an entire new type of system altogether. And that's what Palantir means, that we're thinking 5 years ahead. We're thinking what a company, what a government, what an industry needs before that company, government, or industry knows what they'll need in the future. So Palantir's whole shtick is, well, whatever these companies are building today for the future are barely going to work because your products barely work for today. And Palantir is like, well, what we're building for the future is going to literally be for the future. We're not going to be obsolete. Listen, at the end of the day, it's up to you to believe what is or is not. You're an investor. I'm just an entertainer and educator at best. I'm giving you guys the numbers. I don't think Snowflake sucks. I think Snowflake is a good company from what I could see. It's also the darling of Wall Street. It's the darling of Warren Buffett, right? They're the cool kids on the block. That's a fact. Palantir is hated by literally everybody. And people use Palantir just because they're so good. So for me, Palantir is the winner because I'm getting a much better value with Palantir. And the question is, can Snowflake outgrow Palantir continuously by 3+X? And if the answer is no, and you think Palantir is going to catch up, well then money-wise, Palantir is a better investor. Growth-wise and paper-wise, Snowflake is shellacking Palantir. I can't say nothing about it. I'm not going to be naive and ignorant. But for me, it's Palantir. And if I didn't have the bet with Chris, maybe I still would have kept some shares of Snowflake. But definitely after this earnings, I wouldn't have bought Snowflake because they already had that big uptick. Now, maybe I'm completely wrong and maybe my thesis and hypothesis is flawed, but I want to buy companies at a better deal and I want to buy them as they're down. Now, I know Snowflake got shellacked and I know Palantir got shellacked, just like the rest of the tech sector. So you're essentially getting good deals on Snowflake, you're getting good deals on Palantir, you're getting good deals on all these AI data analytics companies. Different horses for different courses, whatever floats your boat. You want to own both, do it. You want to own one or the other, do it. It's your money, it's your investment, do whatever you want to do. For me, it's Palantir all the way, and I put my money where my mouth is. And Chris Patel, I will see you, son. I will see you at the end of 2023. Give me my mother effing money. I'm gonna take that $2,000 that you owe me. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. The Berg is out.